Hello, everybody. It's Margaret, and I'm here in Tijuana. Surgery went very well. Let me kind of start with this. So I had an extremely long flight. I went from Mobile to Houston, and then from Houston to San Diego. Once I got in San Diego, my flight luggage was all the way on the other side of the building, and so that was a lot of walking. I walked all the way down, got my luggage, and then I was supposed to be in zone F, so I walked all the way back down to zone F, where I waited on the van to come pick us up. When the van got there, I took a tumble halfway in and halfway out of the van and pretty much fell out of the van. Scared the hell out of a whole bunch of people, but me being the person I am, I just bounced right back up, got up, and without a scratch on me, kept going. So then when we got in the van, we took this trip, and I say that because they tell you realistically that Tijuana is about 15-30 minutes away from the airport. It's really about 45 minutes of a drive. So we came in, we crossed the border. We got, the first stop we made was to the lab for them to do our blood work and our EKG. Blood work looked great. EKG looked beautiful. They did my blood pressure, did my paperwork. And the lab is a tiny, tiny little hole-in-the-wall building. It's definitely in Mexico, okay? It's clean, but it's a hole-in-the-wall building. So we left after all of us in the van had all of our paperwork, our EKG, and our lab work done. We left and went to or we were told that they were available to do our surgery that day, yesterday, instead of today when we were planned for, and wanted to know if we wanted to go ahead and get it done. Well, I've been ready for this surgery for 3 weeks. Why wouldn't I go ahead and let them do it? So I told them, sure, not a problem, and so did everybody else in the van with me. We went from the lab to the hospital, where they checked us in, got us in robes, put IVs in us, and we waited our turn. It's not like the U.S. They are not going to wheel you down a hall and, back into the operating room. You actually walk to the elevator. You get on this elevator. You go down. The elevator takes you directly into the operating room. You walk over to your bed. They put you in the bed. This nurse comes over. He says, "Are you ready?" You tell him yes. And he goes, "I'm going to give you something to knock you out." And I mean, that's all you remember. There is no remembering anything else. Once my surgery was over, about an hour afterwards, I woke up and was ready to walk. I really wasn't in a whole lot of pain at all. But I did get up and go walk. Now, throughout the night, the girl who was rooming with me did get extremely sick. She had had lap band prior to the sleeve, and they had removed it, so she had a drainage out of her stomach and her nose. And somehow she kept managing to bust open her drainage from her nose, not once, not twice, but 3 times. So there was blood everywhere. Made it very hard for me to get any sleep last night, because every time I turned over or turned around, she was asking me to go get the nurse, go do this, go do that, and so I really did not get very much sleep last night at all, but it's okay. As for me, when Now, like her, with her having that tube in her nose, they are keeping her at the hospital itself. For me, though, they are going to, or they already did. They brought me over to the hotel. I did pay for a private room. Online, they say it's it's $60 a night for a private room. For 3 nights, though, they only charged me $153, so that was good news. The room is really nice. The bathroom's really nice. The bathroom has a walk-in shower. It's big. It's nice. They did want me to go ahead and take a shower, take my bandages off, take a shower, and then they were going to redress it, so they did. My drainage tube in my stomach itself is the most annoying part of this recovery, and I apologize. It's the first day after surgery, and I'm still trying to get all this gas out of me, so I am burping and hiccuping and belching, and I do apologize. I am doing the best I can here. But realistically, after surgery, I was up, walking, moving an hour after my surgery. Because that is the main key to move that gas, to prevent the gas pains, and to make sure everything, that you don't get stiff and you don't mess up anything. See, I'm exhausted. So I'm now in the hotel. I'm no longer at the hospital. My drain tube will get pulled out probably tomorrow, according to what Dr. Almanza just told me. Of course, my stitches will stay in 10 to 12 days, and then my doctor in Mobile or myself will pull them out. And I'm perfectly fine with doing that. I've done it before. It's not a big deal to pull stitches out. But so far, so good. Everything seems very, very clean, very professional. There is a nurse on duty here at the hotel. He came in and gave me a shot of pain meds in my IV, my wonderful IV. I do have 5 incisions, not 6. One of those incisions is where my drainage tube is. So out of my incisions, he did use as many of my gallbladder incisions that he possibly could. I feel very, very confident that this has been a great surgery, that this is going to work for me. And if you're contemplating it, what I would honestly recommend for you is just try. Just, take the leap of faith. If you're willing to try every diet pill on the market and put those poisons and those toxins in your body, then you should be willing to try the sleeve. Because in all honesty, no diet is a miracle worker. You have to be willing to do part of it. But with the sleeve, it's going to be more of an effort that is maintenance. And you're going to want to maintain, that surgery, because you don't want to have to do it again. And you don't want to gain that weight again. So my recommendation, in all honesty, is just, do your paperwork and go for it. The worst that can happen is they can tell you no. So, but until I post again, you guys take care. I will try to post another video when they take my drain tube out, or if anything comes up, and I think you guys need to know about it. Okay? Alright, so y'all have a great day. Bye.